At the beginning of this October window, I, along with many Reggae Boys fans, were hopeful that by now we would have been confirmed qualified for the 2026 staging of the World Cup. Now, unfortunately, it hasn't quite worked out that way because in typical Jamaican style, we have to do things the hard way. The only silver lining is, after that performance against Bermuda, it's quite clear that we will get the job done. And it is safe to say, World Cup 2026, here we come. Welcome to Sports Jam Media. Remember to like, share, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button as we're on our way to our goal of 1,000 subs. We are nearly there. With that being said, here are 5 things we learned from our 4-0 thrashing of Bermuda. Starting with number 1, we are well and truly back on top. That 2-0 loss to Curacao is now a thing of the past. We don't need to worry about that because between our 4-0 victory over Bermuda at the office and, of course, Trinidad's effort to go to Curacao and get a 1-1 draw, we are now back at the top of the table. We currently sit on 9 points, while Curacao in second sits at 8 points. Trinidad sits at 5 points in third, and Bermuda has yet to secure any points. Now, with my math, I realized that we only need a maximum of 4 points. Once we get 4 more points, it doesn't matter what else happens, we will be at the 2026 World Cup. And trust me, the more time passes, these tickets are getting more and more expensive. So, with that being said, let's do a scenario. Let's go through the different scenarios, different things that may or may not happen that will cause Jamaica to qualify. Now, let's say hypothetically, both Curacao and Trinidad and Tobago are able to beat Bermuda. It's very likely, something could happen otherwise, but it's very likely that they do secure all 3 points. What that would mean is that Curacao would be on a maximum of 11 points, and Trinidad would be on a maximum of 8 points. Now follow me. Jamaica, we have both these teams to play. We are currently on 9 points. Hypothetically, we would love for Jamaica to beat both teams. And if that happens, Jamaica will be in first place at the end of the November window on 15 points. Curacao will be on 11 points. Trinidad and Tobago will be on 8 points. And guess what? World Cup, here we come. The other scenario, let us say we go to Trinidad and we win. Let's say we go to Trinidad and we win. But unfortunately, we only get a draw at home to Curacao. That would be 4 points. That would lead us, Jamaica, at 13 points. Curacao would be on 12 points. And Trinidad and Tobago, 8 points. Once again, World Cup, here we come. The other scenario, let us say we only manage a draw at Trinidad and Tobago. Only a draw. If we beat Curacao at home, again, that's 4 points. That will lead us on 13 points. Curacao on 11 points. And Trinidad and Tobago on 9 points. Now, the worst case scenario. The scenario we don't want to happen, but it would still lead to World Cup 2026. Here we come. And that is, let's say we lose to Trinidad. Let's say we go to Trinidad and we lose. If that happens, if we come back home and we beat Curacao, that would lead us on 12 points. Both Trinidad and Curacao would be on 11 points. And that would still be enough to win our spot at the World Cup. What that means, the most important match, guys, ladies and gentlemen, is that Curacao at home match. The stadium needs to be ram-packed. We need to be loud. We need to be ready to cheer on the boys, because once we do that, nothing else matters. Nothing else matters once we win that game. That game is pivotal now. And I see no reason we can't get that done. World Cup 2026, here we come. Number 2, Jamaica has a very bright future. Dexter Lembekisa, only 21 years old and always starting. Richard King, 23 years old, our most technical centre back. Kaheem Dixon, full of energy, full of experience, only 21 years old, ladies and gentlemen. Dejan Whisper Richards, 19 years old, already the possible future face of Reggae Boys football. Keroy Anderson, 21 years old, for many should be a regular starter. Tyrese Campbell started a few matches and you can see his talent, you can see the impact he is making. Ian Frey just coming into the squad and you can tell the coach has high expectation of the 23 years old. Bailey Kadamatri, young brown man, only started 3 matches and already he has won the hearts of so many Reggae Boys fans. Then you have players like Seymour Reed, who's only 17 years old. Yes, he's not made any meaningful minutes yet, but the expectations are so high of the young man. I say this to say, ladies and gentlemen, that a lot of our best players are literally the younger players. And then we have persons like Tyrese Hall, the midfield maestro, who's only 20 years old, who's yet to join the squad. Ladies and gentlemen, not only are we set for WorldCup 2026, but we're clearly set for WorldCup 2030. We can look forward to that. As long as we continue on the right path, taking the investments, the sponsorships that we'll get from qualifying for this WorldCup to develop Jamaica's football, we have no limitations. We can grow and grow to become world recognized footballing nation as little as we are. Think about our sprinting team. Anywhere I go, if I say Usain Bolt, you know exactly where I'm from. We have so much talent, so much potential. And two of our talents, two of our brightest stars showed their stuff against Bermuda. I'm talking about Dejan Whisper Richards and Kaheem Dixon. Kaheem started, played for 62 minutes, and then got substituted for Dejan Richards. Do you know how many countries would have done anything for a talent like Kaheem Dixon? But we have both Kaheem Dixon and Dejan Richards. Come on, man. Come on. Our future is bright. We have no limitations. Let's talk about their performance. Dejan's goal. He literally glided past 5 players and slotted the ball to the right of the keeper with his weak foot. Come on, man. Come on, man. And Sofa score for his 30 minutes that he played, he got a 7.7. He took 3 shots, one of them resulting in the goal. Completed 19 passes with a pass accuracy of 89%. He had 2 key passes that led to chances, and he had 35 touches of the ball. It's like we were saying in the 30 minutes, just pass the ball to Whisper, go Whisper, do what you can, do some damage, my general. I mean, the crowd was cheering his name. For reference, Cephas, in all the time he played, only had 33 touches. So in the 30 minutes, Dejan was more involved than Cephas. A dominant performance. Simple as that. Now, bear in mind, that was a takeaway from Dixon's game. Dixon, for all his efforts, got a total of 8.1 from Sofa score. For the first few minutes, obviously, well, he wasn't at his best. He had a few missed passes, but he grew into the game. And he quickly got a foothold and he was dominant. He was ever so energetic, so skillful, making chances. And the team goal, trust me, that goal, man, that he started, the little knockings that he started, if he had just finished that, we would have been replaying that goal over and over. There are so many goals in that match that if they had scored, there would be highlights for years to come. Both these talents, both these young men have such great potential. All we need to do is ensure that we continue to foster these talents, and Jamaica's future will be set. Number 3, everyone had a great performance all around. Finally, Ronaldo Cephas has done what we've been begging him to do. And that's big boy, hold up your head and provide the killer pass. And he did it not once, but twice to earn himself 2 valuable assists. For me, the clear man of the match. He could have scored on the 22nd minute when he had that one-on-one opportunity, but the keeper had a very good game. Let us not lose the sight that the Bermuda keeper played well. Because if he didn't play as well as he did, Cephas could have walked away with a literal hat trick. Let's just make it clear. I remember at one point in the second half, Cephas was being double teamed over to the left-hand corner flag. And he beat the 2 defenders, beat both of them, go into the box, beat the 3rd defender that was approaching him, and aimed the ball at goal. And the keeper once again was able to save that. For me, Cephas was the clear man of the match. On SOFA score, he got an 8.7. He completed 4 key passes, 4 dribbles, and of course, 13 passes from Cephas, guys. And guess what? They were all accurate. A pass accuracy of 100%. Overall, he played very, very, very well. I had no complaints with Cephas' game. And if he continues playing like this, that left-hand side is his and his alone. No one can take his spot. If we get this Cephas consistently, there's no one that can stop him. We just need this. And I hope he does this consistently. Now, the other player who was also a man of the match contender was Casey Palmer. He did very, very well. Of course, many will say it's just because it's Bermuda. He has a reputation of always playing well when he's playing Bermuda or any weaker team, yada, yada. But the fact is, he played well. SofaScore gave him a score of 8%. 8 out of 10, which is 80%. The reality is he was immense. He was skillful. He was dribbling. He was passing. He completed the 2nd most passes on the field with 30. 30 passes with a 93% accuracy. He was skillful. In fact, his skills are what earned us the first goal. Because not only did he try to beat the defender and earn the free kick, but he got up, took the free kick in such a beautiful turn that it tempted the Bermuda defender to try to clear the ball behind his goal. But guess what? It literally flew in his goal. And that is how we were able to go 1-0 up, thanks to the skill and the brilliance of Casey Palmer. The reality is he played a very good game. He was lovely when he had the ball, but he was also great off the ball. He completed a total of 2 tackles, won 5 ground duels. So you know he was pressing. And the reality is, as I said, he was the best midfielder on the park, both in attack and when it came down to his pressing game. He had the most presses completed. Now, with that being said, hats off to Bobby Reid as well. He played very, very well. Hayden, literally the key. He's the key. He's the rock. Him at the general in our midfield. And without him, the whole midfield breaks down. Our defense played lovely. All 4 of them, no one dropped the ball, didn't give away any ridiculous chances, didn't make any mistakes that could have potentially put us behind. And I love that because when we started, we didn't start as well as we'd like to. Overall, it was a great team performance. No one dropped the ball. And it begs the question, like, with a team performance like this and with the squad feeling so positive, and especially our attackers, guys, our attacking threat, it is so immense. Like, everyone has a right to say that, hey, I should be starting. Like, there's no weak link. So with that being said, what's going to happen when players like Demarai Gray, Liam Bailey, and Antonio, because we know how the coach loves Antonio. We heard him bigging him up in the pre-match press conference. When these 3 players come back, who is going to miss out? That's the question. And I would like to ask you guys, drop in the comment section, who do you believe will be removed from the squad? Because let's not kid ourselves. The coach is going to remove people for these 3 players. Do we want it to happen? Absolutely not. But the coach is going to. So who do you think he's going to remove? And all I'm going to say to the coach, be mindful who you take out the squad. Because road with black up at JFF. Believe me, be careful who you take out of the team. With that being said, number 4, the REMA representation was active. Big up Boys Town Football Club. The reality is, I grew up in Mountain View, and unfortunately, my father dropped out from me about 12. But thankfully to God, him installed the love of football in me from me a little youth. He usually bring me from Mountain View, go Boys Town, go down to REMA for watch football. I'm tell you something. Boys Town football fans like no other. The attacking football is like no other. And I did so as a juvenile, me fall in love with this sport. And when I did my pre-match analysis, and I said, Cephas are going to start, Dixon are going to start, Shamar are going to start, people actually message me and say, yo, what kind of mad lineup this? This don't make no sense. See, the 3-man them start, and the 3 of them were 3 of the best players in that first half. We need to put more respect on the man them name. The 3-man them from REMA. Come on, man. More respect on the man them name. And with that being said, more respect on Shamar Nicholson name specifically. Of all the active players we have right now, he has the most goals scored. In World Cup qualifications right now, he has the most goals scored. Yet still, him in the starting lineup and people are questioning it. Come on, man. Who can find it like Shamar right now in the squad? Come on, man. Have respect on the general name. The reality is, you need a goal, you can count on Shamar. And it's as simple as that. The 3 of them combined, the chemistry is there. You know, see, when Shamar celebrate, or Dixon run behind them and them over there celebrate, the chemistry is like no other. And in attack, you need chemistry. And it's as simple as that. Number 5. Now me a question, has anything actually changed? Now hear me out. I know there were positives. You saw them, I saw them. We saw actual beautiful football. We saw actual passing, movements. We saw patient build-up, ladies and gentlemen. It wasn't just long ball to Cephas. We saw actual beautiful passing, movement, players interchanging. In fact, our 3rd goal was literally that bearing fruit. It was patient football leading to that beautiful team goal. And we saw other opportunities to replicate that success. That Dixon chance, it was a potential other team goal. It was lovely to watch. Casey Palmer, beautiful game. He was controlling the middle of the park. He was making opportunities. I mean, he had 30 passes with a 93% accuracy pass. Like, come on. It was beautiful. But there's a part of me that is wondering, was this just not Bermuda? Will we be able to replicate this? I mean, Casey Palmer always does this against lesser teams. But when it's the bigger teams, where is he? We saw players still being played in their wrong positions. Bobby Reed is a winger. Why is he in the middle of our park? Ethan Pinnock, in my opinion, should not be starting. That is Damian Lowe's spot. We saw some of the same issues. However, I am wondering, was it not because of Bermuda these issues were being masked? The truth is, only time will tell. And we need to ensure that we fix these issues in time for Trinidad away and Curacao at home. It is a must, especially that Curacao at home game. We need 3 points at home. With that being said, this has been Sports Jam Media. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, share, and hit that subscribe button on our way to 1,000 subs.